Clapperboard, single dad save twin 6-year-old girls left by stepmom, unaware they'd become his everyday miracle. 1. The rain fell hard that evening as Daniel, a single dad and war veteran, drove home from a long shift at the auto shop. 2. His headlights caught two small figures huddled under a broken bus stop, twin girls, no older than 6, shivering in soaked dresses. 3. He stopped instantly. "Hey there, are you okay? Where's your mom?" 4. One of them sniffled. She left. Said she'd come back, but... 5. The second girl held her sister's hand tighter, whispering, "She's not coming back." 6. Daniel's heart twisted. He'd seen a lot in life, but nothing hurt like the sight of abandoned children. 7. Without a second thought, he wrapped his jacket around them. "Let's get you warm, okay? I'm not gonna leave you." 8. Back home, he made them hot soup, wrapped them in blankets, and tried to coax out their names. 9. "I'm Lily," said the older one softly. "And she's Hope." 10. Daniel smiled gently. "Lily and Hope. That's beautiful. You can stay here tonight, just until we figure something out." 11. The next morning, Daniel called the police to report them found, but no one came forward to claim the twins. 12. Days turned into weeks, and the girls began to fill his quiet home with laughter and tiny footsteps. 13. Hope followed him everywhere, clutching his sleeve, while Lily loved helping him make pancakes. 14. "You're not bad at this dad thing," joked his neighbor, Mrs. Thompson. "Maybe it's fate." 15. Daniel would smile, but deep down, he knew he was getting attached, too attached. 16. One night, while tucking them in, Lily asked, "Mr. Daniel, are you gonna send us away too?" 17. He froze, the question stabbing deep. "No, sweetheart. Not ever. You're safe here." 18. That night, he stared at their sleeping faces and whispered to himself, "Maybe I needed them, more than they need me." 19. Months passed. He officially applied for guardianship. Court visits, social workers, endless papers, but he didn't give up. 20. The judge finally smiled at him one spring afternoon. "Congratulations, Mr. Hayes. You're now their legal father." 21. The girls jumped into his arms, shouting, "Daddy! Daddy!" 22. For the first time since his wife's passing, Daniel felt complete. 23. He built them a little garden, taught them to ride bikes, and read bedtime stories about heroes, the kind who never quit. 24. On Father's Day, the twins surprised him with a handmade card that read, 25. You saved us. But really, we saved you. 26. Tears streamed down his face as he hugged them tight. 27. You're right, he whispered. You're my miracle, my everyday. 28. As the sun set, laughter filled the backyard, the kind of laughter Daniel thought he'd never hear again. 29. The house that was once silent now overflowed with joy, love, and second chances. 30. And though he never sought to be a hero, Daniel had unknowingly become one, not on a battlefield, but in the hearts of two little girls who finally had a dad who'd never leave. 1. Rain poured over the quiet town as Daniel Hayes, a single father and mechanic, drove home after another long day. 2. His truck's headlights cut through the storm when he noticed two small figures near an old bus stop. 3. He slowed down. Two twin girls, about 6 years old, sat huddled together, drenched and shivering. 4. Daniel jumped out with his jacket. Hey, sweethearts, where are your parents? 5. One whispered, she left. 6. She said she'd come back, the other added through tears, but she didn't. 7. Daniel's heart clenched. You're freezing. Come on, my truck's warm. 8. They hesitated, but his gentle tone made them trust him. 9. Inside the cab, he turned up the heater. What are your names? 10. I'm Lily, and she's Hope, said the older girl. 11. Those are beautiful names, he said softly. I'm Daniel. You're safe now. 12. He drove them home, past quiet streets, to his modest house filled with the smell of engine oil and coffee. 13. He found towels, soup, and his daughter's old pajamas, memories of the child he'd lost years ago. 14. The twins ate quietly, glancing at each other, still unsure if this kindness was real. 15. You can sleep here tonight, Daniel said. Tomorrow we'll find your mom. 16. They nodded sleepily, clutching his blanket like treasure. 17. At midnight, Daniel couldn't sleep. He sat at the table staring at the rain, wondering what pain could make a mother abandon her children. 18. He heard tiny footsteps. Lily stood there holding her teddy. Can I sit with you? 19. Of course, he said, lifting her onto his lap. 20. Do you think she's coming back? She whispered. 21. Daniel took a breath. I don't know, sweetheart, but I promise you won't be alone. 22. Hope wandered in and climbed onto his other knee. You're warm, she murmured before falling asleep. 23. He looked at their peaceful faces and realized something inside him, something broken, had started to heal. 24. You two might be angels in disguise, he whispered. 25. Outside, the storm eased, and for the first time in years, Daniel felt hope rising with the dawn. 26. The next morning, sunlight broke through the clouds as the twins woke up to the smell of pancakes. 27. Good morning, sleepyheads, Daniel smiled. I didn't know what you liked, so I made everything. 28. Hope giggled. Even chocolate syrup? 29. Even that, he said, pretending to whisper like it was a secret. 30. The girls laughed for the first time since he found them. 31. Over breakfast, Daniel tried asking gently, do you remember your mom's name? Or where she went? 32. Lily looked down. She said she couldn't take care of us anymore. 33. His heart cracked a little more. 34. Well, he said softly, you don't have to worry. I'll help you until we figure this out. 35. He called the police, then child services, but no one had a report for missing twins. 36. The system was slow, and Daniel wasn't about to let them go into foster care just yet. 37. You'll stay here until we find the right place, he told them. 38. Days passed, the twins began calling him Mr. Dan. 39. They followed him to the garage, drawing cars on old invoices. 40. Hope sang while Lily danced, filling the shop with laughter that replaced the hum of machines. 41. One evening, the girls helped him fix a car, handing tools like little assistants. 42. You're hired, Daniel said, ruffling their hair. 43. They beamed like they'd just saved the world. 44. But that night, Lily had a nightmare, screaming for her mom. 45. Daniel rushed in, hugging her until she calmed down. 46. She's not coming back, is she? Lily cried. 47. He held her close. Maybe not, but I'm here. Always. 48. Hope wrapped her tiny arms around both of them, whispering, we'll stay together, right? 49. Daniel nodded, tears falling silently. Forever, baby girl. Forever. 50. And from that moment, they weren't strangers, they were a family beginning to heal. 51. Weeks turned into months, and the small house began to feel alive again. 52. There were toys in the hallway, drawings on the fridge, and laughter echoing every evening. 53. The neighbors started noticing, the widowed mechanic was smiling again. 54. Mrs. Thompson, the kind old lady next door, dropped by with cookies. Those girls brought light back to this house, she said. 55. Yeah, Daniel smiled. They fixed more than my old heart. 56. The girls began calling him Dad without realizing it. 57. The first time Lily said, Daddy, look. Daniel froze, his chest tightening with joy. 58. He never corrected her. He couldn't. 59. Every Sunday became family day. They'd go to the park, feed ducks, and end with ice cream dripping down